Hello and welcome to Chapter 5 of One Shot Resume. In this chapter I'm going to address what to do when you, 1, really don't know what to put on your resume, and 2, what to do when you don't have a good set of job requirements to work from to create your professional summary. Now, I have seen this happen a number of times. Someone has a resume and it is rather sparse, and it's quite understandable really, in that some people will work maybe 3-4 jobs in their life, and making a resume for some of those jobs may not have even happened at all, or even if they did, making one resume 4 or 5 times in life, that's really not a lot of practice. Either way, some of us are just not that good at writing out what we do and what we have been responsible for at work. So I want to show you what to do in this situation. First, let's look at Brenda's original resume here. And at first glance you might think that she is a deputy clerk, but if you note this right here, it says 84 to 95. This is actually in reverse chronological order, and if you come down here you can see that her most current experience is as a bank teller, and you can see that her responsibilities right here are, well, fairly sparse. So what we did is we went out to the web and typed in bank teller resumes and got our 236,000 hits. So there's a lot of information out there from which to draw upon, and literally went to some of these resumes and literally just copy and pasted some of this experience. Let me pull up a different one that might be a little easier. So we come out here and pick some of this experience up just like this, and then we'd copy and paste it over here. And now I've already gone out and searched several resumes and gotten this information on here, about 4 different ones. And then literally we went line by line and asked this question, or these 2 questions. Did you do this, or have you ever been responsible for that? And we went through line by line and asked that question, and if the answer was yes, we wound up putting it on her resume. And here's her new version. Of course, the right format is here. And we literally just took those and made them bullets right here. So we went out to the web for some of these sample resumes and came over and put that information all on one sheet and went line by line and said, have we done this? Have you been responsible for that? And if the answer was yes, we came over here and put it on here. So really quite simple, actually. So this process of going to the web to get additional information for a resume leads us to point 2, what to do when you don't have a good set of job requirements to work from. And I say that because some job requirements are just as sparse. And let me show you one. This came off of Hot Jobs. Bank teller, part-time bank teller, flexible hours, customer service skills a must. Well, that's just not a whole lot to work from to develop a professional summary. So given that there is virtually no useful information here about what the manager would really like to see, and it's going to make it almost impossible to write a professional summary for the manager, since he has given us no criteria to match back to from your experience. So we're going to take a little initiative and make some assumptions about what a manager would want to see. Taking the same idea as getting information for the resume, we can create our own professional summary using other job requirements and make our resume shine. So I went out to the web and I went to, actually I did a Google search, but it led me to Indeed.com, and on Indeed I picked up several job orders. Here's the first one, here's another, and here's a third one. I think there's no, just those 3. And I have highlighted some of the more pertinent information that I felt was most important. And after you read a few of these, what happens, and I've taken these ones in red here, that's what I've copied and pasted right down here at the bottom. And after you read a few of those job orders, you'll start to see that a lot of information gets repeated. when you see a few of these, you begin to see some of the topics and activities and requirements that get repeated, and that is our clue. That typically says that these things are what a manager would want to see on a resume. And for instance, identifies and makes sales referrals, experience selling products and services, and upsell banking products. And then again, here you see night drops ATM, here's ATM again, here's ATM again up here. So you can see that if you go through a few of the job orders, you're going to see some things that stand out, that get repeated. And that's pretty much our clue that we want to include that, or it'd be a good idea to include that in a professional summary. With a little bit of insider knowledge, this would be much easier. If I'd actually been a bank teller, some of this would jump right out at me and would know that these are the more critical points. But even so, having already gone through the resume and looked at the job requirements, I have seen a few items that seem to come up repeatedly. So a reasonable conclusion is the manager in the sparse job ad, which is the one up here at the top, this manager would probably be interested in these items also. So what we did is we took these items down here, the ones that got repeated, and I copied and pasted them right there, and I went over to her new job order, and they're actually right there. Now, I only put the ones there that provided that these are activities that Brenda does do. Okay, we included them in our professional summary. So that's the end of Chapter 5. Hope this was helpful for you, and we'll see you on Chapter 6. Thank you.